one has a lot of investigations, which is really fun. This one, as you can already tell, materials, very simple. It doesn't actually require all that much, very easy to get. The one thing that you may have to go out and buy are the Alka-Seltzers tablets. And that's why you need to get the bigger flask so that it fits. And then you also just need balloons. Typically you can find balloons in a school, but and I brought the stopwatch just in case. That's some extra data for students, but it's not required. So really you're just looking at this and then safety equipment. It does have students make predictions, and then this one has quite a big pre-lab, having them think about the questions, safety concerns, making hypotheses. So that's a little bit different than most of the other labs. But then it's kind of just an observational lab where students are going to drop this in and then put the balloon over the top. I may have a student practice getting a balloon over this flask top because you will have to stretch it and you want to be quick so that way not too much gas has escaped. So we're going to go ahead and try this out. I'm going to try to do this as quick as I can. And this one should be rather quick. If you watched the video in the last concept, it took a while for me to get the balloon to fill up just by using the heating. So students can call back to that. And we're going to set that there while I step back. I did pre-blow up the balloon just so I could stretch it out a little bit. It should be able to handle this, but you know, just because your students are gonna all kind of get nervous because it's a balloon filling up, but I don't think we're gonna pop. The one thing that may happen is there's enough pressure that it pushes the balloon off of the flask, but if you have a flask that has a nice lip, that shouldn't happen. And it already looks like we are dissolved with the Alka-Seltzer. So it might grow a little bit more, especially if I give it a spin. But there you go. And so now you can ask your students, did we have a chemical reaction or a physical reaction, and how would they know? And they can fill that out. What's really cool in the next lab, I'll have that video ready for you. They're actually going to do a similar experiment by just baking soda vinegar, but actually have it on a scale to see if the mass changes during a chemical reaction. And then the lab after that, they actually investigate looking at the atoms in chemical reactions to see that no, the same amount of atoms are present all the time. So very simple lab, very doable. You can do it as a demonstration or have students do this at their own stations, but I think this one would be really good and have students thinking, writing, and reflecting. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next video.